Hey, it's Jared. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at cases for the 2022 edition of the Amazon Kindle. Now, I picked one of these up because I've been using my iPhone for my Kindle reading for a while now, and I wanted to switch back to a Kindle. You see, the iPhone is kind of distracting to me, and that is the issue. When I want to read, I want to be reading, and even though I disable notifications and I try my best, the Kindle is still just the best option. So I'm actually going to do a review of this 2022 edition and compare it to my previous experience with older editions of the Kindle, just to see whether or not it's worth the upgrade. But today we're going to take a look at cases. So I've got my Kindle 2022 edition here. This is the one that I purchased, the 16 gigabyte, and I got the case that also was available. So this is the 11th generation case. This case is the Kindle default, I guess you could say. Kind of has a canvasy finish, is very comfortable. And what I like about this case is that it is very minimal, and this whole device right here will fit in my pocket, in the back pocket of my pants, which is absolutely fantastic. So this case is very slim. It feels good in the hand and covers and protects your entire Kindle, which I like. I also like the fact that I can put my finger between the cover and the Kindle here and just kind of hold it with my thumb, and then I am able to hold the Kindle really easily, and it's safe and secure. To me, it's a little bit more comfortable than trying to hold the Kindle and just pinch everything really hard here with the smaller bezels on this year's edition. It's a little bit more challenging, but if I sandwich a finger in between, then it just works great. So we have some other cases that we're going to take a look at, so let's jump into the next one. But before we do, the links to all of these cases are down in the description below, so you can check out pricing, also different color variations, finishes, and stuff like that. So the next one we're going to take a look at is from a company, IO2, I think, and it looks very much like the case that we just looked at. I mean, if you put these cases side by side, they look very similar, with just a little bit of a different finish here, and of course the name on the case being different. This one also having that distinct smell, like it came from overseas, which of course I'm sure this one did as well. But these cases are very similar. So the main question is, would the price difference justify? Because this is a cheaper case, obviously, and the case looking almost the exact same. I'm feeling pretty much the exact same quality out of both of these cases. I do like the finish of the Amazon Kindle branded case better. This just feels a little bit better. This feels a little bit more slippery, but for the price, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, but you want that Kindle case look. This is an option. The next case we're going to look at is from Moco, and it looks very similar to the other two cases. This is the trend. If you look at cases on Amazon for the Amazon Kindle, they all look pretty close to the same. And so it really comes down to just the minor finish details and the price, I think, in the different cases. So the Moco case, very similar here to the Kindle case in shape and everything, with just a slight different finish and maybe more minimal branding, as you can see here with the Moco branding, just barely noticeable. I have a lot of experience with Moco cases for iPads and stuff like that. I've done a lot of case reviews for different types of devices. What I do like about this case is that the edge here, where the cover overlaps, is very minimal, more like the Kindle case, actually even less than the Kindle case. So if we look at the overlap here, there's quite a bit of overlap, which I mean helps you get the case opened a little bit easier, but it isn't going to catch as much. All of these cases also so far have the magnetic opening support, and so when you close the case, it's going to put your Kindle into a sleep mode. And then when you open, it's going to unlock or essentially power up your Kindle and have it ready to go. So the Moco case I am really liking so far. The only thing I don't like is that it is quite a bit slippery in comparison to the Kindle case, but I like the fact that it's a little more minimal in the, I guess not, minimal in the logo, and then minimal also in the edge here of the overlap. But as far as a case goes, it feels and operates just like what I would expect, and just like the standard Kindle case. Okay, so now we are stepping into something that's a little bit different. This case company is called Finti, I believe, and I'll link to it down below because I'm probably butchering the name. This is a leather feel case. It adds quite a bit of thickness to the device, as you can see here, side by side with the Kindle case. But what's unique about this case is that it has a little bit more to it. It has a card slot here, which means you could put some business cards or something in there, or maybe even turn this into a wallet case. It has a hand strap, so if you are wanting to be a little bit more secure while holding your Kindle, you can put the hand strap in, and I like that about it. The hand strap is more secure than any other method I've looked at so far with holding your device, and it works a little bit better, I'd say, in the left hand because it's barely catching my fingers here on my right hand, but on the left hand, I'm really able to get my whole hand in there. It also magnetically attaches here, so that way it just doesn't flop down on you, and I like the security that provides there and the stability when you're actually reading. Nothing's more frustrating when things are falling all over the place while you're trying to read, but I could also use it in my right hand using the finger pinch method that I have perfected throughout this video, but it also has what I think is a kickstand. So if we pop this up here, it looks to be like a kickstand. Now, if I rotate this device around, it is not sitting. It's not sitting well. I mean, it's tilted a little bit. And so what I don't like about it is if I was going to tilt it up like this and read, which I probably wouldn't do because the pages are so small. You're reading for like maybe 45 seconds and going to the next page, maybe even less. And so tilting it up like that would be kind of annoying. I don't know that I would ever do that just because I'd be tapping to go to the next page so often. But I guess it is an interesting feature if that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. I mean, you can't use it. I mean, there's no, I guess, landscape mode on the Kindle, and so I'm kind of confused by this, but it's a nice feature, I guess, and it could be useful in some instances. So a little bit of a card slot here. I like the hand strap, though. That probably is the winning feature for this case, is the hand strap, and just the bulkier case that's going to provide a bit more protection for your device, I guess, if it was to come in with some blunt trauma. It does have the magnetic open and close or unlock, and so that's great. Other than that, it's not the most genuine leather feel. It's definitely a fake leather, and it doesn't feel the best, but it does look good, and it does a great job of protecting the Kindle. The next case we're going to look at is from NuPro. This is a standard Kindle case, a little bit more plasticky, a little bit rigid, but overall very similar to the first few cases that we looked at. Very smooth, kind of slippery finish with mild texture to it. I guess maybe it could look like a micro leather, like a suede, but it's definitely not that finish. It operates just like any of the others. There's some minimal branding on the inside. What I do like is that this case has really no branding on the outside. So without knowing what this is, I mean, you just have to take a guess. I like the simplicity there, that there's no branding on this case at all. Opens and unlocks the device just like it should, and everything is nice and accessible. I would say this is overall a good case, but I keep having to go back to the Kindle case just because of the texture finish. I like having the texture finish, even on some of the other cases that we've looked at. Having a little bit of a textured finish is kind of nice. This case is not, well, I don't know. It's pretty close up there with probably the most slippery case that we've looked at so far. But we've got one more case to look at, so let's jump into that one. So I'm going to show the packaging on this one because we haven't done one like this yet. This is a case with a screen protector, and I saved it for last because the screen protectors are, it's an interesting thing to consider for a device like this, where you're not really, I mean, if you're putting a case on it, it's going to be really protected. But of course, this case is a clear case, and so this case does not have any of the features that we had on the previous cases. It simply is just a bumper case, which will protect the corners and the backside of your Kindle. So if you're looking for something really minimal, this is definitely going to be a great option for you. But you're going to then need some sort of screen protection, because now there's nothing protecting the front cover of the display. So it comes with a screen protector, and it also comes with the cleaning cloth and everything that you would need to clean your display, because chances are you probably already touched it with your fingers and maybe there's some dust on it, and you would want to make sure that you keep that nice and clean. So the screen protector is a nice, very simple, thin screen protector that's going to work as a nice barrier between our fingerprints and the screen, as well as anything else that might come in contact. So if you've ever damaged your Kindle before, or maybe are fearful of damaging your Kindle, it might be a good option to purchase a screen protector, whether you end up going with this case or not. So the screen protector comes with some cleaning wipes. It comes with a little towel to dry the screen off, and then it also comes with a little squeegee for squeegeeing the screen protector on. So it comes with two sets here. All we need is one just to clean our display. So we're going to go ahead and grab the number 1 wipe, and we're going to wipe down our display. We want to make sure to get all the way into the corners and really clean the display, because I've been, using this for, I'd say, the better part of a month now, and I want to make sure that all of those fingerprints get off of the display, because those are going to be noticeable underneath. And then we also have the number 2 wipe, which is going to be for drying this off, and then we can use the microfiber just to go over it and make sure everything is nice and clean. Get all of these corners. I want to make sure that we don't have any of the alcohol cleaning fluid on there either. And I'll take the microfiber here and just make absolute sure. And it's kind of hard to tell because of the e-ink display and the background that's on there right now. It is a little bit of it difficult to tell. Everything looks good though. I'm kind of holding it in an angle, just using the light to see if there is any fingerprints that I couldn't notice. I then am going to peel off the back very carefully, being very careful not to pinch too hard with my fingertips and get fingerprints on the bottom side of this screen protector. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop it into place, apply just a tiny little bit of pressure on this end, and then just run my finger across it like so, and then I'll work the edges out. And this is going on really easily, and I'll just wipe it down here just to make sure everything is good in all those corners, because I could see a couple little spots, really hard to see, but I could see a couple of little spots that probably just are not fully adhered yet. So now we're looking good. Let's make sure that it's still easy for us to access books and do tap gestures and stuff like that. So far, everything is looking really good, and it hasn't changed any functionality from this device at all, which is absolutely fantastic. Very cool indeed. So now I have the added benefit of a screen protector, which gives me a little bit of peace of mind with my device. I'm not so worried now about the screen and my fingerprints, and if my finger was a little greasy, I didn't notice it or something like that, getting that all over the display. I would much rather constantly be wiping down this screen protector than wiping down the actual e-ink display itself. So not too bad. I like that. Not to say that you have to purchase this case to get a screen protector. I'll also link to some screen protectors down below. So that's going to do it for this video. If you want to see my full review of this Kindle, this 11th generation 2022 edition, make sure to subscribe to the channel here so that you get notified when I put out those updates. And subscribe to my newsletter if you want some updates when I put out new tech videos. I will make sure to share those with you. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you back in another video soon. Take care.